Everybody, I've got I think I have a recipe here that you'll really like. It's very tasty, and again, it's a perfect balance: 40, 40, 20 carbs, proteins, and fats. And this is what you're going to need. I'll go through them, but I'll post the ingredients at the end of the video. This is high protein textured vegetable protein that I got at the health food store. Okay, you're going to need some turkey breast, and that happens to be I'm trying to remember, it's I think it's 10 ounces. It's 8 ounces. You're going to need black beans, and this is 2% milk, sharp cheddar cheese. You're going to need some Greek yogurt and some salsa, fine salsa that has all natural ingredients, no added sugar or anything. This meets the requirements. Same with the fat-free chicken broth. It's all natural ingredients. It does have a little bit of it said carrot juice, but that's fine with me. Some chili powder, a little can of tomato paste. You're going to salt and pepper to taste. And let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, get it out of the way, you're going to take a cup of the vegetable protein. Looks like a cereal, doesn't it, if you've never used it before. Okay, now you're going to put it, you're going to need a blender for this. You're going to put that in the blender. You're going to turn that into a powder. Okay. Next you're going to use a non-stick skillet. And you're going to cook this without any oil. Okay. So we're just going to cook that for probably about 5 minutes on each side, no oil, no seasoning, and you'll see why when we get to that point. In the meantime, while you're doing this, you can be shredding the cheese because it's 6.8 ounces. And again, you know 6.8 ounces because you'll be weighing it out on your digital scale. And the beans, you're going to need 2 cups dry. Okay? The way I do it is I let my beans soak overnight, which they have, and then they only need maybe 20 minutes of cooking, and so now I have the beans, they're cooked and ready to go. Okay, so we'll wait for this. Once this gets done, then everything's very quick, you'll see. Okay, so the turkey is ready. And by the way, I want to mention that this is 8 ounces of turkey, and you know that because you weighed it on your scale. The package isn't like that, but you're going to weigh out the exact amount. So the turkey is ready, the stove is off. So your next step is this vegetable protein. You're going to add just 1 cup of chicken broth. Okay, and you're going to mix that up. Okay, now you're going to take this turkey, you're going to dump it in there. You're going to let it masticate it. Okay. Now, your next step, you're going to take about a third of these beans. Be about 1 cup. Be about 2 cups. Okay. And you also want to put the juice from the beans in there. And when you cook these, try to cook it with minimal amount of juice so it doesn't throw the recipe off. And then we're going to puree that. Okay. So obviously you need a good strong blender. Okay, so now what you're going to do now is transfer about half of this, because what you want to do is you want to puree in some. You want to puree in half of the salsa. Half of the sauce that calls for 10 ounces, so you want to put about 5 ounces in there. You just pour it all in there. Try to get out as much as possible. As they say, waste not, want not. Okay. All right, now you're going to bring this to a boil. And in the meantime, the yogurt, you want 8 ounces of yogurt. So that'll be a cup and a half. This is already starting to percolate a little bit. The recipe works out to where it's about a half a can if you don't want to measure out the tablespoons over and over. Okay. So you can add the rest of the salsa. A little salt and pepper. Once this gets really hot, we'll add the tomato paste and the cheese, and let's not forget the we need 3 tablespoons of chili powder. You don't have to be scientific about this. Just And this is a completely balanced meal, 40-40-20. I know it looks like a lot of cheese, but that vegetable protein in the turkey, you know, that's a lot of protein right there. And the beans have a boatload of carbohydrates, so that's why you can put that much cheese in there. And it really, of course, that's what really makes it just so delicious, is that sharp cheddar cheese. It's really good. It makes it really good. It's starting to heat up. I'm going to add the tomato paste. Now let's add the yogurt. Get that stirred in. And you want to, you can go ahead and add the beans now. Add the cheese. Oops. In increments, just so it doesn't clump up as you're stirring it. Dropped a few pieces on the floor. You know, they say about the 10-second rule. 10-second rule. Actually, I think that was more than 10 seconds, wasn't it? Okay, we're just gonna let this simmer for about. We're gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes. We'll turn the heat down to medium. Then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, doesn't that look good? All right, let's try it and see. I think it's good. I hope you do too. And by the way, this recipe made 8.5 cups, so you can divide that in the total calories and whatnot from your Excel spreadsheet. That way you'll know exactly how many calories are in a cup. And I'm going to post this Excel worksheet at the end of this video, and I'll also include all the ingredients as well, so you'll know how to make it. And the good thing about this type of recipe, just like my stew, you can multiply the ingredients and make a large batch and freeze a bunch of it. And you can, basically have a food supply for days, because I personally don't like to cook every day if I don't have to. And the stew and this soup is one way that I can just make a lot, freeze it, take out a container as I need it. I freeze it in containers like this here that holds quite a bit. And so anyway, try it and I hope you enjoy it. See you next time.